right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I do want to state some things. And the first thing is, welcome to all first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. To all my subscribers, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your recognition to my efforts, as well as your feedback. Speaks in high volumes from your guys' end. I really appreciate it, and I hope to continue to relay helpful and informative information and nothing less. Let's jump into this chart. After hitting a high of 538.76, highest point this stock has reached after the stock split, and highest point in valuation that it's ever had since before the stock split and after the stock split, and it has taken a toll from there. Very bullish run here when it started off after the stock split back on Monday, hit new highs, and from here on out, it's leveling off. People taking profits. I mean, there are so many variables, fear of holding and uncertainty of where this is going. Another way I can analyze it, and probably it makes sense to you guys, and I want to see what you guys think about what I'm saying, but it could also mean that because there's people that have been holding way before the 2000 mark. I mean, these people have probably bought below $1,000. They wanted to hold long run, and then they've been buying the dips, and they added up their stocks and this and that, and all of a sudden somebody ended up with over 100 stocks. This is hypothetically speaking. And the stock split came. And because of the stock split, their stocks, went up to 500 shares, right? Well, now your amount of shares just multiplied by 5. And if you're a very bullish investor and you bought in before 1,000 and then you bought a couple in the dips and this and that, and let's just say you're averaging out at 1,300. Won't you say or think as an investor yourselves, somebody that just received 500 shares and most of their stocks went up, and they have 500 shares, and before they only owned a fifth of that, and now they have 5 times that, wouldn't they sell at least 50, maybe I'd say 40% of their total shares and stay with around 250 to 300 shares on hand and sell 200 to 250 because they never even had this much shares? And if you're a really bullish investor in Tesla and you feel like this is a discount, especially $400, and you saw it reach 2,000 before and some change, don't you think that your 300 shares that you're now holding are going to become that again? So some people are clocking out with profits right now. That's probably most of what's going on. This is me theoretically speaking. Fear might have kicked in of holding and maybe missing out on the few profits that were made right now for Tesla, and they just don't know what's to come, even though the company has so much potential, or just like I said, profits in general. But that scenario that I gave you guys, that's what I'm leaning more towards, in hypothetically speaking, and also analyzing the way investors would think, and I would think if I had 100 shares, my 100 shares went up in value by $1,000 each almost, because my average was 1,300. And then after the stock split, I ended up with 500 of them. And I know it's the same value than before, but I didn't have the same amount of shares. But now that I have more shares and I know that this stock has potential and I'm bullish, I'll go ahead and get rid of some of my position to clock out some profits, and then go ahead and probably buy throughout the dips or just hold what I have now. And if I'm really bullish and I believe this is going to hit over 1,000, I'll hold on to the other position that I keep. And then the others will just profit from the previous, before the split and previous trading strategy from 1,300 to almost 2,200 before the split. I mean, that's a valuation of $900 per share, and so forth, So there's top dogs out there buying large amounts of positions here right now and even before the split, and you got to think like that. You can't think like just, you're the only investor. We got to think like all of the investors. So this this is behavior of this, you know, balancing out and coming to its point of, how can I say it, balancing out, but the word is well, I can't think of it right now exactly how I would describe this, but it's leveling off. It's leveling off to its realization and stuff. And maybe investors see 442, which is the closing price currently, as a discount, and this is going to start to run up from here. But this slight sell-off has a lot to do with people clocking out and taking profits, especially people that didn't see themselves owning that many shares, and their shares already profited them from before the stock split, and they're going to get back in now, plus hold the shares that they have because they are bullish. Because if you're really bullish, you wouldn't sell your full position. You'll sell up to how much you want to take profits in, and you'll keep how much you want to risk for the long term. Because this stock, as a lot of people say and believe, that it has a lot more potential. $400 is not where it's going to stay, and that it may continue to run. And that's possible. I mean, this stock already proved itself to run, and it could probably run again. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here in this chart. So the first thing is the 50-day moving average, 473.81. Let's see if I can land exactly on it. It's not letting me. It's jumping from 473.75 up to 94, but it's 473.81. As long as this stays below 473.81, this is in bearish territory. It closed out at 442.57. They have to break through this, the bulls, to get back into bullish territory. And right now, the bears are dominating it. Before even getting close to the 50-day moving average, the bulls have one step to do, and that's break through the resistance. They have to break through 451.38, turn this resistance into a support, and they can start to work their way back up. Just because this resistance is broken through and it was proven and it was turned into a support and the bulls started to work their way up and they had a small rally or a slight rally per se, it does not mean that the bulls gain control until they break through 473.81. This needs to be broken through to get back into bullish territory, and there it's not over. The bulls need to break through it and use it as support and get as far away as possible from it in an upward direction to go ahead and start to gain leverage in bullish territory and hit newer highs. On the other spectrum of things, the Bears. The Bears been dominating this the last couple of days, as we could see, and especially today, they really took a toll on it, hitting new lows of 405. It bounced back up from there. The Bulls really came in hefty and leveled it off, right, at 442.57. But the Bears are going to want to break through support, and support is 431.48. If 431.48 gets broken through, the Bears are bringing this further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. And I emphasize this to all viewers and investors and subscribers, non-subscribers, anyone watching this video. Pay very close attention. How quickly is it breaking through support? Right? How quickly is it breaking through support? You're going to want to put your 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, even 30-minute charts so you guys can zoom in and see what's going on. If you guys have level 2s, check your level 2 so you can see the orders. If you got level 1, check those orders and see the volume, how much more are being sold, how much more are being bought. I mean, I definitely emphasize paying very close attention if 431.48 gets broken through. Does it hang out slightly below it? And could the bulls reappear and bring this back up? Or are the bears taking this one down significantly as they did right here? This is very dominant uh, bearish run. Like, the bulls had no chance of coming back from this, and it is dominated, as you can see, by the bears. The bears definitely dominated that, took control of that, and that's something you want to pay very close attention to, how the support is broken through and how quickly is it moving down. The next point of reference that I'd share with you guys, which is very important, is 405. I'm going to just round it up. Forget about the cents on this one. But 405, if 405 gets broken through and that gets broken through significantly, this is hitting newer lows since the stock split. It's literally going back to prices below the stock split price, and it's even doing it currently right now where we're at. It re-leveled off. It's kind of balanced off, and the goal here is for the bulls to use this momentum to continue to work their way up. They need to break through resistance, turn it into a support, and catch up to the 50-day moving average. But if this hits these lows of 405 and that gets broken through, now you're significantly seeing that this is further away from the 50-day moving average, hitting newer lows in a downward direction and hitting lows of prices below pre-stock split. So now this is going below what it split at before the split. When it was in the 2000s, it's hitting newer lows, and we're looking at the price of almost being at valued at like 1600, because that's something that stock splits also do. They fog up your memory on what it was valued before by splitting it into five, and then you see your losses per share. But then when you add it all up, it's the same loss as if it was with a one share of 2000 and some change. So at $400, you know, and I said 1600, excuse me, it'd be valued at 2000. Um, and that right there shows you that it's about a $200 difference from where it was at when the stock split happened. So that right there is significant jump down. And if 405 gets broken through, this could be on its way to newer lows. Once again, I apologize. I said 1600. 2000 is the price pre-stock split to where this would be if it was at 400. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it, all of you that come across this video. And I apologize rambling about a couple extra things other than the resistance level and the support and the 50-day moving average, which is still important for us to pay attention to for tomorrow. But just other key points to also open your perspective and maybe explain things that you guys may have overlooked. And I want you guys to be aware and well equipped to be prepared to trade the next couple of days on how this stock behaves, because the volatilitiness is there and we're going to see how this turns out. Hope you guys learned something new. If you guys feel encouraged to subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some